Rich McCormick, Congressman, great to see you. You are a physician. You were an ER doctor for a long time. I'm just wondering what you make of all this. We've talked about this a lot over the last several years. Do you believe that his doctors and his family just found out about this diagnosis earlier this month, or do you believe that he's been dealing with prostate cancer for a long, long time?
It'd be hard to believe that he didn't have an examination or symptoms that didn't have something that would indicate prostate cancer, especially this kind of cancer, poorly differentiated, something that's metastatic, something that would affect him symptomatically by now. I understand symptoms come later in the disease, but it is way late. He's stage 4. He's got maybe about 3-4 years left. That's in a good case. He's 82 years old. Everybody can see his mental decline. That was not a big surprise for anybody. The general public can make that judgment for themselves. The fact is, his policies weren't the problem. We knew he was going to give us liberal policies. That's not what we're arguing about. We're acting on the fact that he could have had to make a decision about a nuclear war or arms race between somebody, things that presidents have to make on the spot that can't be advised, have to actually have some sort of cognitive ability on the fly, and he didn't have that, and that's egregious.
Dr. Zeke Emanuel, Rahm Emanuel's brother, a Democrat, an oncologist, he said this morning that Joe Biden may have gotten this diagnosis 10 years ago. His Gleason score is a 9. If you're president, is something like that ever discovered this late in the game?
Only if you have a really bad doctor.
Right.
And I can't believe that the president of the United States would have a doctor who's not paying attention to scores, actually doing an examination, not actually paying attention to symptoms. It's very surprising to me that you wouldn't have caught this earlier.
And if he did get this diagnosis 10 years ago, and this is metastasized to his bones, Dr. McCormick, the truth is that he might not have much time left.
Oh, he almost certainly has no time left, and certainly not for this presidency. He would have been distracted. He was going to be replaced. I think that was their plan all along. Quite frankly, if they would have been able to win this election and keep him in the race, that's what they would have done. They would have replaced him with Harris later on. That was their plan all along. You all know she was a horrible candidate. He maybe had a better chance if he could actually have some sort of cognitive ability separate from the cancer he had. But he didn't have that ability. He couldn't debate. It was so obvious to the American people they had to be replaced, and much to their demise when it came to the election.
So you think that the plan was to get him elected, get him over the finish line, put him in a wheelchair, release the cancer diagnosis, and then anoint Kamala queen of the world?
By deductive reasoning, that's the only thing that really makes sense. Now, I can't say that's for sure, but if you look at what's happening here, what they did to cover up his cognitive decline, what they did to cover up stage 4 cancer, which I don't believe they just found out about, but maybe they did. But that means they had a really bad doctor involved. And I'm sure that's something their family's going to have to deal with. But shame on them for putting him in front of the American people as the best choice.
Dr. McCormick, and I just want to ask you this because we've literally talked about this for almost 5 years. Now that the horse is out of the barn, what do you think is the other half of this story? What else is he dealing with? Why cognitively is he so far gone?
He's just, not everybody ages the same. You look at President Trump, he's not that far behind, but he is sharp. He remembers everything. I've talked to that guy about every kind of topic on the fly. That guy remembers everything. He's constantly stimulating his brain. Not everybody ages the same way. Joe Biden just didn't age well. I think he has dementia, if not Alzheimer's or Lewy body dementia. He has something going on that's obviously affected him in dramatic ways.
Yeah. Congressman, great to have you on this evening. We appreciate it. Rich McCormick of Georgia. We'll have you back soon. Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Simplify.